Hello my friends, William Poloniak here again from Whole Health Foundation, and today I'm going to make some pineapple juice and I'm going to add a tiny bit of ginger. So let's take a look at the next step. Now for the first step, you do not shred the pineapple, but you cut it into slabs that you're going to press, and let me show you that first step now. Now even though this pineapple is organic, I'm going to cut the skin off because you never know what's going to be in this rough outer skin. So let's begin by cutting off the skin, and then we'll slice it into slabs. Now this is going to go into the compost. Let's do that now. Along with the top. Now I have two cloths here exclusively for pineapples, so I'm going to crack the ice on the edge of the counter to enable me to separate them a little better. And for now, I'll put these aside. Now there's a little rotten spot, so I'll cut that out. Seemed like a ripe pineapple to me. It's very unusual to have one spot go bad like that. Now this looks like a small enough pineapple I can get 3 slices out of it. So let's do that now. And then I'm going to set this aside, bring the cloths over here. Actually, let's do that the opposite way. We want the folding tray to be made out of glass to catch any juice. Set that ginger aside. Now with pineapple and any fruit, you always use a bamboo liner. So I'll put one liner in the cloth now and put in 1 slab of pineapple. Fold the bamboo liner over the pineapple and then fold the cloth over the pineapple. As tight a package as you can make, the tighter the better. And then I'm going to set it aside because I think we can press 2 of these at once. So another bamboo liner, another slab in the middle, and as before the bamboo liner gets folded first, and then the cloth over the bamboo liner. Next we put the tray in. And I want to point out a little tip here. Over time the tray usually gets pressed out a little bit and it's difficult to get in. So put it in at an angle, put it on the press plate, and then put both your cloths right in the center of the press tray. Centered left to right, centered front to back, adjust if need be, all the way back, back it off. Now the reason you back it off is you're doing fruit, which is very slippery, and you don't want your cloths to slip apart. So as soon as I get traction here, I'll advance that all the way. There we've got traction, I'll advance that all the way. Now because the Whole Health Foundation has a solid bottom plate, you can leave this up indefinitely. I usually leave it up until you've got droplets, but since we're going to put in another slab, we'll back this off now and press the last slab. Now we'll open up the cloth and we'll also open up the bamboo. Now you never throw away your pulp. I'm going to show you a little bit later what we're going to do with this pulp. I'm going to try a little experiment today. And the experiment will be shredding the spent pulp to see if we can get any more juice out of it. Now we've only got 1 more slab to press, so we'll put that right in the center of the tray again. Centered left to right, centered front to back. Make sure it's on the press plate properly, adjust it if need be, all the way back, back it off. And as soon as we get juice flow, we'll advance that all the way. Now this time I'm going to leave it up until we have droplets because that's my last slab of pineapple. And again, because we have the solid bottom plate on a whole L foundation model, you can leave it up as long as you want, and usually you can get 10% more juice. Now there it's starting to go into droplets. We'll back that off, and let me show you the next step. Well, let's use one of these bamboo liners. I'm going to take both of these and form it into a tight ball. Now I'm using a special folding technique by folding the cloth under itself 2, 3, 4, 5 times, as many times as I can. And I'll fold that in both directions. And then we'll flatten it and put it in the press. Now I've already got 24 ounces here, and I have a measuring beaker to see how much more juice we can get by repackaging the pineapple. So let's turn that all the way back it off a little bit, turn on the machine. If we can get 2.4 ounces, that's 10% more. That's a significant amount of juice. Well, there's droplets. So we'll back that off. Let's see, we got, about 3/4 of an ounce. Well, that's still pretty significant. Well, what I'm going to do next is slice up the pulp and put it through the shredder. All right, we'll remove this pulp from the bamboo, and I'm going to set this aside and slice it in half so it can go into the feed tube. I'm not sure that we can get any more juice out of this, but we'll give it a try and we'll shred the ginger with it. Now I want to point out I'm using the front-loading feed tube and the near zero blowback cutter that has over 80 teeth. And this usually shreds produce better. Let's find out if it does the same thing on pineapple. So let's install the cutter. Now since we're only doing one pineapple, I'm not bothering with the temperature. So we'll put a bulb under. And first we'll put in the ginger. And then slowly we'll feed in the pineapple to see if we can get any more juice out of it. Next we'll put it into the package, and I'm going to reuse these bamboo liners. But first let's get any pulp off of the grid and the grid holder, and then we'll take the pulp out of the feed tube and the rest of it in the jar. I don't think there's much juice left in there, but this is just an experiment, so we're going to find out. In the feed tube, get as much of that out of there as we can. Now I've reassembled the feed tube. I'm going to put the grid and the grid holder in here. The cutter is never left on the motor shaft, and I mean never. The hole facing down for drainage, and you want to oil the inside of the cutter and the motor shaft every month or so. So let's put the rest of the pulp here. Make sure we get all of that. Now let's press it and see if we get any more juice out of this. Fold the bamboo over. And we're going to use our special folding technique again. Folding it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as tight as we can. And then in the other direction, folding the cloth under. And into the press. There's almost 3 ounces. Well, I would say that's a significant amount of juice by shredding and repressing the spent pulp. Yeah, we got 3 ounces, a little more than 10% juice. And remember, after you wash the pulp off the cloths with cold water, never hot water, put them in the center of the press, press the water out, then put them in a plastic bag and into the freezer they'll go. And as soon as we get droplets, we'll put it in the plastic bag and into the freezer. Let's see how much juice we got from one small pineapple. Imagine that's why they were on sale, because they were small. Looks like about 1.5 bottles. Now to taste the pineapple with a little bit of ginger. Oh, very sweet, delicious. I can't taste the ginger, maybe a hint, but from a small pineapple we got 1.5 bottles of juice. Now I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to take this half bottle of pineapple juice and mix it 50% with water. And we'll do a taste test on that. Here we have pure pineapple juice. Here we have pineapple juice 50% with water. You'd call this a pineapple drink, not pineapple juice. Let's see if that tastes good or too diluted. Pineapple with 50% water. Well, I like it. For me, it's not too diluted. You'll have to decide for yourself if you want pure pineapple juice or diluted with either 50% water or maybe 25% water. Well, my friends, I hope you like what you've seen, and if you did, please tell a friend. If you'd like to call me, my phone number is 760-753-0321. My email address is developtrust@cox.net, and my webpage is wholehealthfound.com. See you in the next video.